Chickens. That is the word of the day. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Echo, and Minecraft have introduced 2 brand new chickens to the game. This is the Minecraft Snapshot 25w06a, but we didn't only get brand new chickens. We actually had the introduction of 2 brand new eggs. We also have new types of grass, short and small. We also have a brand new cactus flower and a whole bunch more. Welcome to a no-nonsense breakdown of the brand new features. Starting with the basic chicken you have always known in Minecraft. This one is now called the temperate chicken. This is going to spawn in biomes where the warm or cold variation does not. So you will find this in locations like this, birch forest, plains, those kind of locations. Meanwhile, if you head to a cold biome, we are currently standing inside of a snowy plains, just like the newly introduced cold cow variation and the cold pig variation. There is a new chicken on the block. This right here is the coolest chicken in town. Check out that fro. It is going to spawn in the cold locations. Now, it just works the exact same as your regular chicken. However, it does poop out a different type of egg. Hold on a second. I need to know what happens if I was to breed these together. I imagine it's an RNG chance of getting this one or this one. So we'll breed these and see exactly what happens. On this occasion, we ended up with a regular one. Now, as you guys know, eggs drop from chickens. This one gets even cooler. So stick around. I'm going to show you that in just a second. Just like the warm pig and the warm cow, we now have warm chickens. They're not quite as cool as the cold variation, but I really like the pattern on the back. And just like before, if you breed these together, you will end up with 100% this. If I was to go ahead and kill it, like I said, the drops are not different. But now we do have 2 brand new eggs introduced. The regular chicken egg, brown, and apparently blue. So these are now going to be the eggs that Minecraft players can discover on their adventures. If you go far and wide, you're obviously going to encounter different biomes. The one on the left, this is going to be your normal chicken egg. The one in the middle is going to be the warm variation, and you can find this in locations like savannas. And the one on the right-hand side is where you will discover them with the cold chickens in cold biomes. So for the sake of today's video, I am going to patiently wait for this. I'm going to see which one of these drops an egg first. Again, there is no designated time. I think it's between like 1 and 7 and 8 minutes. But let's just wait patiently. Look at all those chickens. It's finally happened. One of them has dropped it. There we go. So this just works like your regular Minecraft egg. If you throw it, you have, I think it's a 1 in 7 or 1 in 8 chance of producing a chicken. Doesn't matter what biome you go to, it will always provide the designated chicken. If it's going to be the brown chicken, this one, for example, it's always going to be brown when you throw this. But once again, it is just going to be RNG. But yeah, now we have new chickens. New chickens. Let's go and check out the cold egg. Honestly, can't get over how cool this chicken looks. Well, that chicken is going to drop a blue egg. And just like the brown one, once thrown, you have like a 1 in 7, 1 in 8 chance of getting yourself the blue baby version. Even if you were in a cold location and you throw a brown one, it is still going to always provide the brown chicken. This is great if you just wanted to pick these up, including the other one, and just take them to do a farm or something along them lines. You could then have multiple eggs. The biggest question is, does this affect the recipe for making yourself a cake? And the answer is no. Doesn't matter if you use the blue, the brown, or your regular Minecraft egg, they will all provide a cake. Deserts were finally given a slight upgrade. Not only did they introduce new grass types, they did make some changes with the cactus. We'll get into that. But this is now known as the short and tall grass. It can generate inside of deserts, but it can also generate inside of badlands. Let's read the information about it. Short and tall dry grass added 2 new types of grass, short dry grass and tall dry grass. But it does say both are 1 block high, which makes tall dry grass differ from tall grass, which is 2 blocks high. Both generate in desert and badlands. Both can be placed on types of sand, terracotta, and dirt blocks like the dead bush. Both can be bone mealed. Using bone meal on short, dry grass grows it into tall, dry grass. Using bone meal on tall, dry grass places a neighboring short, dry grass next to the block if possible. Both can be placed in the composter. Sheep can eat both to regrow its wool. Both can be used as fuel for smelting. The first thing is first, this is what it sounds like. Pretty standard, but this is classed as the short dry grass. And this is classed as the tall. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I was expecting it to be a little bit taller, but I guess it's a dead location, so kind of makes sense. You can, in fact, place both inside of the composter. This one takes quite a few items, and the same with this one as well, can also be placed inside of here. They can be bone mealed. This is the short version. If you bone meal this, it becomes tall. If you bone meal a tall, it places a neighboring one. So you could just do this repeatedly. If I was to grab myself some shears, go to game mode survival, you can, in fact, shear these and they will go into separate categories. Can also be placed on terracotta, and as it did mention, can also be placed on grass as well. The biggest problem we have with biomes like this is if you wanted to live in this, you would have to get yourself grass or dirt in order for the sheep to regrow its wool. Now, you can take this off. You can't directly feed this like regular wheat. If you place it down, they can actually eat this stuff. And in doing so, they can regrow their wool. So this is going to be a waiting process. Wait, we're not waiting. Okay. He went to eat it then. This is going to be a waiting process. There you go. There you go. So can be consumed right there. Obviously, it gets rid of the item. You could then place it back down. I love the mechanics behind this. On my Twitter video, I thought you had to directly feed it to them. That's not the case. And if you're in need of an emergency fuel source, they can all be placed inside of the furnace, blast furnace, and of course, the smoker. And they're going to cook your foods and cook anything that you need. So for me, this is a really good introduction to the game. /give at P, and we do raw copper. Put this inside of there. As you can see, everything can be smelted. I think we can all agree the desert has needed some love in Minecraft. Not only did we get the new types of grass, we also have a cactus flower. This is what it looks like, and this is going to generate on top of a cactus exactly like this. But let's read the information behind it. The cactus flower. Cactus flower is a new type of flower which has a chance of generating on cactuses in desert and badlands. Cactus flower can be placed on cactus block or any block which has center support at the top of the block. Cactus flowers have a chance of growing on a cactus block. If a cactus is 1 or 2 blocks high, the cactus flower has a 10% chance to grow instead of the cactus getting higher. If a cactus is 3 blocks or higher, the cactus flower has a 25% chance to grow. Cactus flower will only grow if they have space on all 4 sides. Cactus flowers can be used in the composter, and they will create 1 pink dye. So is that basically saying if you had a cactus farm and it was growing, there is a chance to actually grow one of these on top. Now, it can't be placed on the side or anything like that. It can't be consumed or anything like that. So my question is, I wish it was like a prickly pear. It's not quite what we were after in Minecraft, because again, I think a desert survival would have been really, really fun. But besides that, this is what it sounds like. And unlike a cactus, it does not do damage to the player. And if you place this down, you can shear it. And if you break it again, you don't actually have to have shears, actually. And can be created into pink dye. So, a pretty cool introduction to the game. If you like to decorate, I think you guys will enjoy this. So, I increased the tick rate. Obviously, the cactus is going to grow a lot faster. Let's see if any of these actually provide one of those flower type. There it is. It actually didn't even take that long at all. I mean, I do have the tick rate incredibly high. But one more thing, guys. Remember, if you have a composter, you can put this inside. But honestly, I feel like this is probably not a good thing to do because they don't seem to be super common. More of like a rarity. But if you have cactus farms, it just means that you can potentially get a lot of these, I guess. But yeah, all around, I really like this feature. Some other changes introduced. It says any block in the simulation distance of a player or loaded by other sources of chunk loading, such as ender pearls, may now receive a random tick instead of just 8 chunks around players. For example, if a chunk is loaded by an ender pearl or is in the spawn chunks, crops are able to grow. Ice can melt. Snow can fall, and cauldrons can be filled by rain. Mob spawning, lava spreading fire, and lightning strikes still occur in the previous radius of 8 chunks around players. Fire will no longer burn or spread if the player is within 8 chunks. Tooltips for fireworks and crossbows now show a compact form of multiple repeated stars or projectiles that are identical. And then we have a couple of changes to the firefly bush. So yeah, this drop is really shaping up in Minecraft. I like all the changes. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section, and let me know in the comment section which is your favorite chicken. And if you did make it this far in today's video, leave a comment and say, hey Echo, that's a really nice chicken.